Man saw the lottery ticket in his wallet. He immediately had an idea.
If this ticket wins, I'll come back tomorrow and split the proceeds. And if it doesn't, I'll still come back and leave you a tip. What do you think?
Waiter thought it was funny and smiled and agreed. But who would have thought that when the lottery opened in the evening, the man actually won the number bought by the man, and it was the first prize of $4 million, and the man's wife was ecstatic. But when he recalled his promise to the waiter today, the man was lost in thought. So, will he give the $2 million to a stranger who only met once? The man's name is Jack. As a policeman, he is warm-hearted and kind-hearted, ready to help others, always patiently solve problems for the citizens. He especially likes children. Whenever he is free, he will go to play baseball with the boys on the street. At work, he is also a good hand. See the blind crossing the road, he will quickly stop the car, and then carry the blind safely to the opposite side. While his wife is the other extreme, she is not only vain, extremely selfish. He even often complained to outsiders about her husband's incompetence, because he always felt that his family was poor and he always refused to have children with Jack.
At least I would say, okay, he has initiative. I'm running out of patience. I tell you, I'm a person who needs money.
On this day, the wife suddenly said on a whim that last night his father asked him to buy a lottery ticket and the number of their wedding anniversary. Jack thought it was bullshit, but his wife had to listen to her, so he bought one on the way. When he got home, his wife complained that Jack had bought the wrong number, but unexpectedly won the first prize at the lottery. Excited, Jack told his wife about the waiter this morning, and the two had an unexpected argument. The wife thought the $2 million tip was ridiculous, so she ordered him to tell the waiter that he had not won the lottery, and Jack, who had always been upright, was caught in a dilemma the next day. Jack stood hesitant at the door of the restaurant. He thought he could tell the woman that he had only won 5,000 yuan. Just when he plucked up the courage to tell the woman, she interrupted him.
It was so rude. It's just that it was pretty much the worst day of my life, from start to finish.
But recently she was really unlucky. Her dream was to become an actress since childhood, but after graduating from college, she was smoothed by reality and could only become a restaurant waitress. In addition, she also met a scumbag. She not only swept away all Anna's money, but also maxed out her credit card. She pitifully pleaded with the judge, but she was still ruthlessly declared bankrupt, but her unfortunate road was far from over. She was deducted by her boss because she was late for work today. Then she encountered a guest to run away, and the boss wanted to deduct it from her salary. Jack saw all this, and then in the chat he learned that Anna had gone bankrupt. But Anna did not complain angrily, but still treated every customer enthusiastically. Jack was moved by her optimism and strength, so he decided to give Anna a chance to change her fate. You have no idea how lucky this waitress is. The man asked her if she wanted a double tip or half of the lottery prize. She thought the man was amusing her, so she chose the latter casually.
Sure.
Positive.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I'll bet you were. Better luck next time, right?
Actually, we were pretty lucky.
All right. We won something. What did we win?
$4 million.
Anna's face changed quickly, but she was not happy, but angry. She thought Jack was making fun of her, but Jack said solemnly that it was true. After repeated confirmation, Anna screamed excitedly. He hugged everyone present and gave them a scoop of ice cream, while the boss stared at her and deducted one salary. When Jack's wife learned of this, she immediately blamed Jack. Jack knew that his wife was vain, so he told her that the news would be a sensation all over the country. At that time, everyone would admire you, and you would become a celebrity in this city. Maybe even get endorsements for some products. His wife was overjoyed at this. Sure enough, a lot of media came on the award day, especially when the reporter learned that Jack was going to tip the waiter $2 million. The scene immediately exploded, all the reporters swarmed, and his wife rushed to be interviewed. Anna hugged Jack's wife excitedly and said, "It's very kind of you not to mind giving $2 million to a stranger." His wife said, "Yeah, I don't mind at all." His wife smiled in the face of so many flashlights, and the next day, the tip of $2 million occupied the headlines of all the newspapers, and they really became the celebrities of the city. With a large bonus, his wife began to splurge on designer jewelry and left none of his mink coat behind, but when he saw Jack giving the homeless man change, he snatched it away. But kind Jack secretly stuffed the money back. Unlike Jack's wife, Anna's life on the other side is still very frugal, and he feels extremely relaxed after paying off all his debts. Then she fired the boss and bought the restaurant. She warmly treated every customer and set up a loving table in the name of Jack to provide free food to those who did not have enough to eat. In the evening, Jack and his wife went to the yacht party held by the lottery center. At this time, an old man claimed that he had made $50 million in his stock, and his wife was immediately attracted. Jack was not interested in this, so he went outside to get some air, only to see Anna, who had an argument with the taxi driver not far away. Jack hastened to get off the boat to help, only to turn around, the cruise ship left. The two people who missed the party had to find a place nearby for dinner. The two talked about their lives, and similar experiences made them open their hearts, and their marriages were so unfortunate that they immediately felt that they had met too late. Then they danced to the beautiful music, but did not dare to go one step further. When they parted, the two agreed to go out tomorrow, while on the other side Jack's wife was completely caught up in the old man's plan to get rich. The next day, Jack and Anna went roller skating together, then took out the entire baseball field, took the children to play baseball, and even handed out free tickets to the people present at the subway station. After a day of playing, as soon as she arrived downstairs, Jack's wife threw all Jack's clothes down, because what Jack and Anna did today became popular again. On the other hand, when Anna got home, seeing men's clothes on the ground, she turned to see that her ex-husband had come back. Her ex-husband shamelessly said that he would disappear as long as he gave her $50,000. Anna angrily packed her bags and was ready to go out to live. Jack was also driven out of the house, but no one thought that the wonderful fate made the two meet again. But the next day, the couple were photographed by the reporters, and they made headlines again. Then, Jack and his wife engaged in divorce negotiations. Jack decided to leave the house on the spot. His lawyer was angry, but Jack's wife asked for much more than that. She was also ready to get back the $2 million distributed to Anna. Jack was angry on the spot, and finally they went to court. But Jack, who was born not to lie, was no match for his wife, and his wife won the case without suspense. Everyone thought Jack was a bad policeman who abandoned his wife, and Anna became a material girl who was greedy for money. Anna completely collapsed, her restaurant was confiscated by the court, Jack also lost his job, and he had to sleep with his co-worker. Late at night, Jack finds Anna again, and Anna is still deeply blaming herself for ruining Jack's life. Such a sincere and affectionate Jack finally relieved Anna of her guilt.
I love you.
Oh, don't you get it? I've ruined your life.
You're crazy. These past couple of days I felt like half of me was missing.
You won $4 million in the lottery. I mean, do you know what an amazing gift that is? And because of me, you have nothing.
Because of you, I have you. Why can't you understand that? But please stop talking about the money. It means nothing to me.
They hugged each other in the coffee shop and danced romantically. Just then a tramp came over and knocked on the window to signal that he wanted to eat. The warm-hearted two men opened the door for him without hesitation and gave him all the little money they had left. The tramp smiled as he drank the hot soup. Just as the two decided to leave the city, the homeless man secretly raised his sleeves to reveal a miniature camera, which turned out to be a senior journalist. Soon, after their story was published, there was a heated discussion again, and everyone was moved by the love of the kind-hearted couple, so they sent them their own tips. The next day, Jack and Anna were ready to move out of here, and before they left, they wanted to take one last look at the restaurant, but as soon as they opened the door, the floor was full of letters, which were full of donations from enthusiastic citizens. And there's a steady stream of letters coming in. The two spent 3 days sorting through the letters and finally received a total of $600,000 in tips, which they used to redeem the restaurant, and Jack returned to the police force. Jack's ex-wife was unlucky. Not long after she married the old man took all her money and fled abroad. Jack's ex-wife went back to work at the barber shop penniless. At the end of the movie, Jack and Anna get married, and their wedding invitations are sprinkled all over the city with hot air balloons, filling the city with warmth and creating a story about the city.